How do you know you're hiring right? What about internal promotions? How do you know you're putting the right person in the right job? In this video, we're going to find out, so stay tuned for that. To run a successful organization, you need the right people in the right positions. The book Good to Great referred to this as getting the right people in the right seats in the bus. There are two key phases to getting the right people in the right position in your organization. This can happen over 2 or more interviews. The key is there are 2 fundamental areas that need to be understood. The first is cultural fit. There's no reason to continue the interview process if this person is not a fit for your culture. This is not always possible in the first interview, but there's an artifact in your organization that make you much more likely of success in hiring people that are good cultural fits. This artifact? Well, that's your core values. Don't have core values or not sure where to begin? Look at this video. I'll link to it in the show notes as well. I talk all about creating your core values. The key is to find good cultural fits. You need to hire people that embody the core values of your company. Much like you use those core values to determine if people maybe aren't a fit and you require them to leave your company. In hiring, getting that right person, the right person in the right seat on the bus first involves hiring somebody that identifies with and exudes your core values in how they behave and how they interact and how they work. In our case, we can typically conversationally determine if somebody is a fit for our core values. They're not specific questions, but it's a conversational element that gets to whether or not somebody fits within our organization based on whether or not they are aligned with our core values. Then, with each subsequent interview, we narrow it down further. Each interviewer has a different role. Each interviewer has a different goal when they're doing the interview. But all interviewers are looking to make sure that we have a cultural fit so that if it got by the first or second interviewer, the next interviewer can still look for those things that make sure that the person is a cultural fit. Once we know this person's the right fit, then we need to focus our energy on, do they fit the job that we're trying to fill? That is, can they occupy the right seat on the bus? And we use a 3-part model to determine this. First, we test whether or not they get it. Does this person intellectually understand the job, what the job is, how their day-to-day activities will be? Do they get it? The second is, do they truly want it? Is this person interviewing just because they're trying to find something to do, or do they genuinely want to do this type of work? Do they get it? Do they want it? If either of these are no, there's no reason to move forward. However, if they're both yes, then let's continue forward. The third element is, do they have the capacity to do the job? Do they have the skills to do the job? Do they have the time to do the job in case they're taking on additional responsibilities? Do they get it? Do they want it? And do they have the capacity to do it? I had mentioned that if they get it and want it, we continue on. You might find that there's somebody that is a perfect fit culturally. They get the job and they want the job, but maybe they fall short on experience or they fall short on capacity. Don't stop. There's an opportunity here. If you've got that ideal person that gets it and wants it, you can often train them to do the job. You can often give them the skills through training and mentoring. And then therefore they will eventually have the capacity. And you build that into your planning and your time frames and so forth, so that if it's not an urgent hire, maybe you hire somebody that's just the perfect fit, but they fall a little short in capacity, and then you build them up. It's better to hire great people that need a little training than the alternative. Is this the right person? Are they aligned with the core values? And do they get it, want it, and have the capacity to do the job? If all of these things are a yes, send that offer letter because that's a good hire. I do videos like this every week. Sometimes they're on personal development, other times they're on business. They're often about marketing and digital marketing components. If you found this video useful, give me a thumbs up. If you do something else or follow a different model, whether it's within the EOS framework or some other framework, put that in the comments. I love to learn from other business owners. I appreciate your time today, and I look forward to seeing you on the next video.